Hey, creator. Welcome to the first of many of what I hope are Facebook Lives that I'm going to be doing and doing with my co creator, Jason. Jason, are you on the screen right now with me? I don't know. We got to get him up there in a minute. There he is. Okay. So, a couple things we want to talk to you about. You have no idea how long we've been wanting to do this live. All right. And I realize I have shadows on my face and everything, but you know what? A, it's my birthday, and here I
Happy
am,
birthday.
doing my thing. B, it's, I don't know, 25 degrees here in Boston, and on my sun porch, it feels like 80. So I'm pretending it's spring. So hence the shadows and the sun coming through and whatever. That's how we do it. We just have fun here. So what's the purpose of this live and the lives that we're going to be doing? Well, first of all, I wanted to introduce you to Jason, the guy behind the scenes for so much of my work. As you can see, we changed the banner on the Abraham Hicks and You site and to celebrate our 10 years, which was actually last September. Yeah,
I made it in September, by the way. I made
we're
that
a little behind, whatever. The reason we have an Abraham Hicks and You site is because of Jason. At the time, and I've told some of you this story before, so I apologize if I am reiterating. Facebook was in its infancy, and I was really digging the whole Abraham Hicks thing. And I was looking for a way to share what I was experiencing, right? My empirical experiences with Abraham Hicks. And I found the original Abraham Hicks site on Facebook. And I started posting there. And poof, my posts were disappearing all over the place. What the heck's going on? I private messaged some people and said, I'm following the rules. I'm only talking about Abraham. What's going on here? Well, it turns out whoever was the creator and the admin didn't dig what I was sharing. So I was telling Jason about it, and he said, who cares? Start your own group.
Fuck it. Just do it yourself. Why the fuck you listen to other people?
And so here I did. Okay. And that's why we're all here today. So thank you, Jason, for teeing me up to make this experience. I can't tell you how this whole 10 years has been for me, what I have learned, what I've learned about myself, what I've learned about others. And it's really formed my view of the world and my place in it and how to inculcate the Abraham Hicks teachings into my life. One of the first things that happened to me with Abraham Hicks was that I brought Jason into my life. I had left my husband and I was doing my thing and I was doing Abe and I was, designing the lover of my dreams. And he showed up and we spent almost 7 years together having a great time, both in Northern California, moved to Mexico together. Then we split up. It's cool. And now we're working together, actually co-creating my website, everything. So this just goes to show you that you can have these leading edge relationships that just keep getting better and better if you allow them to evolve, right? So maybe the lover thing, the physical lover thing had run its course, but our love for each other hadn't. Our co-creative endeavors with each other hadn't. We have so much that we're aligned in that, well, why not just keep going, right? So here we are.
Having a lot of fun. Having fun.
Right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today, just to kind of bring you up to speed, is we've created a website together. I started teaching courses on the Abraham Hicks and You page by asking you guys, would you be interested in taking a course? You all responded. I got a really great response. So I just started teaching on Facebook. And what happened was, it was pretty incredible because you, as the students of the courses, were coming to understand how powerful you are. And it only took a couple of days. So let me tell you why I created the courses. Because here's what I noticed. Even though we're Abers, somebody would get on the site and write hey, do you want to make more money? Are you having problems with money? If so, say yes, and I will PM you, or PM me or do whatever. And I wouldn't have seen that post. And then I would come to it maybe 3 or 4 hours later, and literally 100 people would say yes. And I thought, that's funny. That's funny because we have all the tools. Abe gives us the tools. Some person we don't even know, some new person to the site. I'm not talking a consistent Aber who posts a lot, who we know does the work. I'm talking about some fly-by-night human who comes in and says, I've got the secret. And then so many people jumped on board. So my feeling was, well, what's missing from this picture? Why don't people feel empowered? And here's what I came to. You don't feel empowered because you're not doing the work consistently. Consistency is the key to success. One has to be constant. One has to follow through. And so I created my courses specifically as a turnkey so that all you had to do was slide right in there, hit play, and here's what you get. 15 minutes of me telling you how fabulous you are and talking about the subject at hand, and also talking about mindfulness and whatever else, and throwing myself under the bus. Then I take you through a guided meditation and then a journaling session. Now, you know that Abe, you listen to Abe, right? You hear them. All they talk about is a daily meditation. How did Esther get to where she is today? Meditating. Meditating. I'm going to do it again. Meditating. Not once a week, not once a month, not every other day, not maybe this time or that time, but a consistent first thing in the morning, wakes up and meditates. And it just seems that it's difficult for people to inculcate that kind of a routine into your day. And that's where I come in. Okay. And what you find is you start building momentum at a cataclysmic rate. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, exponentially adds up. All right. That's how I started teaching the courses. And then I moved on to a website. And so all the content on the website, meaning the courses, the guided meditations, the reference library, all the stuff, the daily doses, the blog, that's me. Everything else is Jason, right? He's the audio engineer. He's the IT guy. He designed the website. He created the website. I'm sure there's more you do, and I just can't think of it now. So it's all about a co-creation. And the other thing I learned was we are nothing without each other, meaning you and I, you in the Abraham Hicks and you group, you in any group that we're in, it's all about a co-creation. And I want to send a shout out right now to those of you who post consistently on the site. Without you, we'd be nothing. If we didn't have consistent people showing up every day, links to videos, all the cool stuff you put out, I know that when I flip open my Facebook page, I'm going to feel good. You can help me turn it around. So I just want to say thank you. I have tons of appreciation for everybody that plays there. And this is what we were going for on the website as well and that's why I created a membership. Okay. So
can I say something? Because I really want to say something in regards to why you created Abraham Hicks and You, because I remember your frustration around it was you're trying to tell others that you found success in this teaching or whatever you're doing. You applied it to a certain thing in your life and it worked. And you were super excited and you wanted to share and you posted on these forums saying, hey, I used this teaching that I learned from Abraham Hicks and it worked. And this is the result I got. And I felt like she was maybe like blowing it up too much, like having too much fun with it. And people were like, yo, shut this lady up, get her out of here, whatever it is. But they kept pushing her aside. And then we were looking, they're supposed to be gone. And I'm on the outside looking and I'm thinking, what's wrong? Like, why wouldn't they want to hear about how you're finding success with these things that you're doing in your life? I mean, I would want to know if I'm struggling and somebody says, hey, I got a better way I can handle my kid that's, having a huge attitude with me and this is how I did it. I think that's kind of cool to know. So this is what inspired me to say, hey, Constance, listen, they can't handle that. Why don't you just make your own group and just run it? And this way you can throw these things out there that might be helpful to others and let them gel with the information. If they vibe with it, that'd be great because you might help people, which is why it came down to Abraham Hicks and you, because it's about the co-creation. It's how do you make this
Yeah,
work with your life and how to make everything together, all co-creating. And so, like on your point, you're co-creating with others. It's really what drives everything.
it
This
is.
is what,
It is.
when
I
you
have a
wake up, you're like, oh, I got a new story. I mean,
yes.
the story on now, what I get to experience is these amazing reviews from the constancealignment.com website. The people that are like, they're writing the reviews of how these courses are changing their life. For me, putting all this effort and time to make it look nice and putting everything, making Constance's all of her courses, putting it up there nice and pretty, getting everything dialed in nice. This is why I did it, because I wanted to bring this element to more people. And I think, for me, the rewarding factor at the end of the day, I mean, because it doesn't really matter. When I read that someone says, I took your course out of a whim. I found you on the internet. I took the free course on the free stuff site, and I can't believe it. In 9 days, I changed my life.
There
That's
you go.
huge. That's huge to me. I'm like, yes, like that's a win, because I think many of us have been in a place where we don't want to be, or we're trying to get to someplace else and we don't know why it's not working, or why is this so hard, or what's going on. And it comes down to, like Constance said, meditating. Like, do you meditate? That's one thing. Do you wake up? Do you meditate, or do you go to sleep? Do you meditate? Do you meditate in once a week, twice a week, at all, ever? And most people that I talk to, I don't see many people meditating at all. And to me personally, that's where I found my own connection to me, is through meditation, and then through other means like dancing and things like that. But it's really what comes down to, I think, what Constance was saying about the co-creation. It's so fun to
So
co-create, to
important
find
too.
out, hey, you're struggling too. I did that happened to me last year, and this is what I did to get around it. It works. It's great. I tried it. Maybe it'll work for you. And that's kind of what we did here. We put together constancealignment.com to put these courses in there to say, hey, you know check it out if this might actually help you. And
Exactly. And may I just say too, something that I think is really important that piggybacks on what you were saying. I have a compunction to share. Kind of crazy for an only child, wouldn't you say? But I do. When I find something that works, I'm the town crier. I just want to get up on a soapbox and tell everybody about it. Now, we who follow different traditions than are the norm, maybe it's the teachings of Abraham Hicks, the understanding of the law of attraction, some sort of a spiritual bent, right? Looking to something that's bigger than us for our wisdom and guidance. All of these things are not mainstream. We're outliers. And when I find other outliers and I can say, hey, guess what? I've done this. I need to share this with you. And that's been the driving force for the Abraham Hicks and You group, is this: I need to share. I need to tell people what's working. Everything that I talk about is empirically driven. I do not read things and regurgitate. I take it, I use it, I wring it out, I use it again. And when I realize it works for me, then I share with my people, right? So it feels like, although this may sound a little kooky, but it feels like one of my missions in life is, and I believe that Jason, you agree with this, and just tell me if I'm wrong, is to put the information out there to give people the tools that they need to live their highest and best quality life. That is one of my main missions. That is why we have spent 1 year putting this website together, and you don't want to know what went on in the background, because who cares? The result is pretty, but it was, woo!
it's fun. It's fun,
Was it right?
regardless.
And out of
Fun.
the contrast always comes great things. The guy kicking me off
Absolutely.
the Abraham Hick, whatever the hell Facebook page that was, made me create my own. Right? Thank you for kicking me out.
By the
Right?
way, she was screaming that day, like, what the and then it was like, whoa, okay, that's
Yeah.
contrast at
Thing.
the
We
maximum.
should have had a
Let
VA.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it
So,
became creative.
right.
Creative.
So here we are with a mission. And the mission has gotten, now it's broader, right? Because we had the Abraham Hicks and You site, and now it's broadened and it's gotten fatter and juicier, and I can add more information. And also, we're running it, not a third party, right? This is ours, and which is really empowering. Let me talk to you about the cost of the site, because I struggled with this for a long time.
It was a big one.
Yeah, it is a big one, because you go back and forth, and anybody that you talk to is giving you something else. Well, you've got all these years of wisdom, and you're a yoga teacher, you know how to teach meditation, you've got all this. My CV is rock solid, all right, when it comes to teaching, etc. I know that. On the other hand, I want as many people as I can to be able to step over the threshold into this information that we're sharing. And I wanted to find a threshold that not only would, as you remember, you might have heard this story. Jerry said to Esther, if this venture doesn't pay for itself, we're not going to carry on. When they first started touring around and giving talks with Esther channeling Abraham. Well, this was our platform as well. If we can't get this to pay for itself, kind of move on. Anyway, so we had to find a number where we thought, well, we could get enough people in to pay for the site, and then wouldn't it be nice if we actually made some cash, and also allowed a low enough threshold so that people who didn't have a lot of money right now, didn't have a lot of resources right now, could actually come on board and figure all that out, dump their old belief systems that are in their way, which is really the main focus of what I talk about, and I don't know, come into an extraordinary, powerful self-empowerment and success moment with themselves. So the number I came up with was 36, which is really funny because it's my birthday, and it's my birthday right now. So we've got 36. It's $36 a month to join. And it's a membership, because co-creating is really important. We're going to be looking to you guys, and have been. We've already had somebody send us a message. They wanted a special guided meditation for sleep. We made it. I did my end. Jason did his end. We put it together on the site. These are the ways we grow. I want to create mastermind groups. Want to turn your avocation into your vocation? Yeah. Okay. Stuff like that, right? So, and then the final part. So here we were with this threshold that we thought, many people could meet. The other thing was, how do we have some information that we want to share for free, because I believe that, people like Jason would talk to people about it and they weren't really sure if they wanted to do it.
I had people that were literally like, they could really use just to learn how to meditate, or to learn about themselves in the most righteous way, and they just don't know anything about this work or anything about anything like this. And the one thing that I kept getting approached, even though the price is only $36, the one thing they were like, I'm not going to try it for $36.
These are people that don't do the work that we do. So
they don't do the work. So
we're not trying to go after people. We need people. The people that come on board, the people that find the Abraham Hicks and You group, the people that find the website, are people who already understand that within them lies the power of focus and creation, and that they understand there is a law of attraction. We're not trying to teach people that don't get it. But what's cool about the contrast that Jason's going to finish after I'm done interrupting him is that led to the next step for us.
Right. It's making a free course, because there are those people who have no idea about any of this. And to take that step, it's kind of, what is this? I don't understand what this is.
Even the ones that do know and say, do I know this member? Because a lot of the members that we have on there now, you guys know me from Abraham Hicks and You. So I'm trustworthy. You know that what I'm doing here is above board, right? But there are a lot of people out there who might want to get a taste. It's like, the guy comes at you in the mall and says, do you want to taste the coffee of the day? And you taste it and you go, all right, I'll pay $7 for
this is good coffee.
For one of those, right?
I mean, my story, how I began was I was handed, or I happened to see and glance over, and someone was reading a book. It was a self-help book. I didn't realize it. I just happened to look and see. I looked at it. I was like, "What book is that?" They told me what it was, and I thought maybe I should read that. It did. It changed my life completely. Just that one little book, and that's how I look at this site. Is this site is, in a way, it's like one giant book. If I was to take a self-help book, this is like the ultimate self-help book because it's got all these different categories. It's covering parenting, law of attraction, money, like all these different things. Whereas the self-help book that I picked up, it was just kind of like your thoughts and what you're doing around your thoughts. Where what I like about Constance's teaching is that she's giving you not only her lifelong experiences, which are always so fun. I find that she has all these great stories, but the way she tells the stories is it's really intelligent, and I love that. I love she's a great storyteller. So I get engulfed in her storytelling, and I feel like because this is audio, we all get to kind of live up in her emphasis and her infatuation. She's like all excited to do these different things. So I love that we have this audio version of, like, let's say, a book, a self-help book in this
True.
course.
That's so true. And so we have the first course ever that I created specifically for the Abraham Hicks and you folks, and that is up on the free stuff section. So that's 21 days of working on yourself, working on your focus. The thing is, focus is our superpower, creator. And until you learn how to harness your focus. So right now, if you're not focusing on anything and you're jumping from thing to thing, right, like a little butterfly, or what we call in yoga, monkey mind, branch to branch to branch to branch, you're not going ahead. You're not moving ahead, right? You're just kind of jumping along these things. And we do find, they've done studies, that the thoughts you think today are the same thoughts you thought yesterday, that is the same thoughts you thought the day before, and on we can go. When you take that focus, which is right now disparate and all over the place and just spread out, right? And you bring it in and you become laser-like in your intention, then the world is your oyster. And so here's the upshot, because I got to go teach a yoga class. Yes, I'm teaching in Boston. If you're in Boston, check out Radiant Yoga. I'm teaching there now. I'm having so much fun. I haven't taught real classes in a long time. Since I left Northern California, I wasn't doing it in Mexico. And I'm back in the saddle again, and I'm really enjoying it. But what we hope to do here is, this first time, our first live, is to really tell you what we've been up to introduce Jason, my partner in crime, and to open up a Facebook Live that we want to do weekly here on our YouTube channel, which we're live to right now, the Constance Alignment page on Facebook, and the Abraham Hicks and You Facebook page. So
One of the things sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say, on our chat room that we have on the site, which I'm so glad we finally have it. We worked like 4 months trying to get this chat room going, and we got it. It's on. It's there. It's awesome. So on the chat room, we get to talk to our members, and one of the things that Constance mentioned earlier is that they were inquiring about a sleep meditation, something specifically for sleep. Well, how great that it gave me like something to do. It's like, hey, and I've been working with like
he likes assignments, guys. So you got to be asking for things.
Yeah,
and we got that. But I got to wrap this up, darling, because I got a split ski. Okay, so listen, guys. Here's the deal. We're going to be coming to you every week on Monday. We don't know what time yet. We don't have a consistent time. Whatever. We're figuring it out. You get to be here on the ground floor of our craziness. And I think that's kind of fun. Okay. And then you can get back. So here we love feedback.
Please.
Questions that you want to ask the questions. You can ask them in the comments here. You can email me at constance@constancealignment.com. Ask questions so that we can take those for the next week. And we will have topics, right, that we can discuss, but you can go off topic and ask other questions. We'll be sharing information here, just doing stuff so we can all start the week on a really high vibe, right, with a really secure foundation, feel really mighty with ourselves, and then just go out in the world and spread our love and light and whatever the heck else we've got going on. So I guess that's it. Did I cover everything? Yeah, I think I did. I think that's all for now. So Wishing
Please,
you all the best.
and to our members that are currently on the constancealignment.com, I love the reviews. I love hearing the reviews. It like makes my heart
Makes us
swell.
cry. Makes us cry.
I do cry with them. Like it just amazes me because the amount of work that Constance and I have put into this to make this happen, to put this out into the world, to make this a thing is it's pretty awesome to see that people are actually benefiting. You know, it's cool. It's really fucking cool.
And we're all in this together, guys, and we are outliers. So, you know, let's take each other's hands and guide each other along and share our successes and ask questions and, you know, anything else that you want to do, funny things, whatever it is, you know, what works for you. We're not the only ones here. We're just opening a forum where we can all pop in and get together and share and co-create. Okay.
Let's play. Let's have fun.
Let's play. Okay. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. And I'm going to sign off. Thank you for everything, everybody. Lots and lots of love. If I call you, it's a send lawyers, guns, and money because it is my birthday. I'm not done celebrating. Anyway, I guess that's all for today.
Happy birthday, Constance.
Thank you. Until next time. Ciao, creator.